Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds in the studio. On this Thursday morning, the competition at Wimbledon continues. So far, it's been pretty crazy, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it has been. There have been some major upsets in the early going, but the top seeds, or two of the top seeds in men and women, both played yesterday and both did win. Carlos Alcaraz, who had to go 5 sets to win his opening match a couple days ago, did emerge with an easier victory in 3 straight sets. So he is into the third round. Is Aryna Sabalenka, the top seed among the ladies. 2 very good players. Now, Novak Djokovic and Iga Swiatek both played today at Wimbledon. Matches could already be underway. Of course, they're 7 hours ahead of us in London. But the fact is, Wimbledon goes right through the weekend into next week, and then the championship is the following weekend.
And I know what you're going to be doing during those times. Yesterday, a record got made, which doesn't happen very often. It's one of those that takes a very long time. 3,000 Ks, my guy.
It is indeed, and Clayton Kershaw has become only the 20th pitcher in Major League Baseball history. Only 20 of them, and interestingly enough, all 19 others are in the modern era. Then Walter Johnson, of course, the big train goes back to the early 1900s. But the rest of them are all within the time frame and the mental frame of individuals who are now baseball fans. Clayton Kershaw got his 3,000th in the 6th inning of the Dodgers game with the Chicago White Sox. Kershaw struck out Vinny Capra on a call to strike 3 on the outside corner, and that was number 3,000. He left the game, big crowd on hand to see that happen. You think about that, only 20 pitchers have accomplished that, and indeed it's a feat that probably puts Kershaw in the Hall of Fame. He didn't have a great game. The Dodgers ended up winning it. They were behind at the time 4-2 to the White Sox, but came up with 3 runs in the 9th inning to win. So Kershaw was not a pitcher of record in this game, but he does get that coveted 3,000th strikeout.
Crazy stuff, man. Again, that like I said, there's not a lot of guys that have done it because it's so damn hard to pull it off. All right. We got a golf tournament to play this week, don't we?
It is the John Deere Classic, which is teeing off just about now in Silvis, Illinois. Silvis is up in the Quad Cities area, hence the previous name of this tournament, the Quad Cities Open. But nonetheless, it is now the John Deere Classic, and the purse is not huge in this one. It's about $8,900,000, which sounds like a lot, but the winner will clear about $1 million in this one. Unlike some of the others where the purse is $20 million and the winner gets as much as $4 million. And that's beside the point. That's money we're not going to see. But the fact of the matter is that the pros are playing in this one. Not all of the big names, but many of them, because there are FedEx points to gain. And that FedEx competition is coming up here the rest of July and into August.
St. Louis Cardinals and Royals have not had a great week so far. Let's go with St. Louis first.
Do not understand this. They sweep the Cleveland Guardians and get swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates. And the Cardinals have now gone 31 straight innings without scoring a run. Now this is blanked, folks. The Pittsburgh Pirates shut them out in 3 straight games, plus they had some scoreless innings before then. 31 straight and 48 straight innings, 48 straight innings without scoring a run against the National League Central team. What on earth is going on? Well, you can explain it by saying that's baseball. That does happen, and we've talked about this before. The good teams, every team goes through peak and valley. Every team. The good teams, the peaks are quite high, and the valleys are rather shallow. But the mediocre teams, well, it's going to be a different run altogether. And with the Cardinals, they have some fallibility about them, and they will go off on a tear. I predict that when they get to Chicago this weekend that they score some runs, and who knows, maybe sweep the Cubs. The Cardinals are that strange a baseball team. Anyway, St. Louis is now 5 games back of the Chicago Cubs in the National League Central Division race. Face the Cubs starting the 4th of July. Everyone is it's 2 afternoon games and then a Sunday evening game at Wrigley Field. So we'll see, but right now the Cardinals need to wake up their bats.
Yeah, that's for sure. So did the Kansas City Royals, who are 7 games behind 500. So they've got the Diamondbacks on the road this weekend, and we'll see what happens there.
Well, last night, the Seattle Mariners beat the Royals by a score of 3-2, and your old buddy Randy Arozarena had 2 of the 3 Seattle RBIs to win the game. I'm afraid Kansas City may be out of it now. They're
at this point.
way under. They're under 500, as you just mentioned, and falling behind in the standings. And when you fall behind, and there's less than half the season, mathematically speaking, less than half the season to go, time is running out very quickly. So a loss for the Royals, and they do have the Diamondbacks in Phoenix to face. Now the Springfield Cardinals did get a win and put it away in the first inning. 6 runs in the first inning, and went on to defeat the Northwest Arkansas Naturals 7-3. Tonight is the last game of a 6-game series. Hey, wait a minute, how can that be? There've only been 3 games, but it's the last game here because the series after tonight goes to Springdale. That's so the 2 teams can split the holiday gate and make it fair for everybody. So the bus loads up tonight, and the Springfield Cardinals get on it, go all the way, actually probably tomorrow morning, go down to Springdale, which takes an hour and a half or 2 hours, and have the 4th of July game, then Saturday and Sunday down there. But Springfield wins last night, 7-3. Good win.
And we got a fireworks show after the game tonight, too.
They
so
do indeed.
Make sure.
Also, a hot dog eating contest. You going to be in that one?
No. You don't want to see that, Ned. Last but not least, we do have some racing after the holiday this weekend.
And this is one that's quickly inching up in the popularity scale because it's a relatively new race, not literally that. It's been around for a number of years, but the way they run it now is a big deal. It's in Chicago, and this is a road race. In other words, it's on through the streets of Chicago, and the crowds last year were huge for this thing, and they will be for the 4th of July weekend. It's called the Grant Park 165, and that's the road race course that goes through Grant Park. It comes up to, I think, the outdoor gates of Soldier Field in Chicago, going all around that area. The Cardinals and Cubs will be playing at Wrigley Field, which is just a few miles up to the north, and the people will be out in Chicago this weekend. But the Grant Park 165 is the big one, road race, and there will be big crowds for it.
Very cool thing to watch for sure, Ned. You have a safe holiday, and I will see you soon.